Kevin Durant, a name that resonates with greatness, a man who has defined an era in basketball, stands at 37, carrying not only the weight of his legacy, but the invisible burdens of time, injury, and the unrelenting expectations of millions who have followed his journey from a prodigy in the streets of Washington, D.C., to a global icon revered for his talent, resilience, and determination. You see, Kevin's story is not just about points, championships, or accolades. It's about the relentless pursuit of excellence in a world that demands perfection and punishes the slightest misstep. A life lived under the glare of public scrutiny, where every shot made, every missed opportunity, every injury, and every comeback has been analyzed, criticized, celebrated, and remembered. For years, he has battled not only opponents on the court, but also the inner voice that questions, that doubts, that pushes him harder than any coach ever could. As you follow his journey, you realize that the physical toll of a career spent at the highest level of basketball is immense. The knees, the shoulders, the constant wear on a body that refuses to slow down, yet refuses to give up. And beyond the physical struggle lies the emotional weight, the pressure of carrying a franchise, the burden of expectations from fans, teammates, and the world, the loneliness that comes with being at the top, where friendships are tested and trust is a rare commodity. Yet, Kevin Durant has endured, rising time and again, proving that greatness is as much about resilience and heart as it is about talent. He reflects on the years, on the missed playoffs, the finals, the triumphs, the defeats, and he understands that each moment has shaped the man he has become. A man who knows that legacy is not built solely on statistics, but on courage, perseverance, and the ability to inspire those who watch from afar. And as he continues to push, to train, to play, Kevin Durant invites you to witness not just the athlete, but the human being beneath the jersey. Someone who has faced heartbreak, injury, and doubt, yet continues to rise. A reminder that even in the face of immense challenges, passion and purpose endure. So, as you listen, as you reflect on his journey, consider subscribing to the channel to honor the story, to stay engaged, and to follow every chapter of a life that reminds us all of the price of greatness, the reality behind the glory, and the unspoken struggles that even icons must face. Kevin Durant, at 37, is a figure defined not just by the sheer brilliance of his talent, but by the accumulation of years, experiences, victories, and struggles that have forged him into the athlete and the man he is today. From the moment he first picked up a basketball in the streets of Maryland, there was a fire in his eyes, a relentless drive that set him apart from everyone else. That same drive carried him through college, the NBA draft, rookie years filled with adjustments and expectations, and into the pinnacle of professional basketball, where every game became a test not only of skill, but of endurance, willpower, and mental fortitude. Over the decades, Durant has faced challenges that few outside the locker room could ever understand. Injuries that threatened to end his seasons, moments of doubt when the pressure to perform seemed insurmountable, and the scrutiny of fans and media who dissect every play, every decision, every expression. Yet through it all, he has persisted, adapting his game, evolving as a leader, and maintaining a commitment to the sport that has defined his life. At 37, he reflects on the physical toll, the knees that ache after decades of pounding the hardwood, the shoulders and back that carry the stress of relentless shooting, the recovery routines that consume hours each day. But he also reflects on the emotional toll, the weight of legacy, the expectations of a city, a team, and a global audience, the quiet moments of loneliness after a loss or a career setback. Every milestone achieved came with sacrifices, missed family moments, nights spent in solitary training, the constant tension between personal happiness and professional excellence. And yet, despite all this, Durant continues to rise, embodying resilience in a way few can comprehend. He knows the stakes, his health, his career longevity, and the intangible impact of his presence on the court and in the lives of those who admire him. He has faced criticism, betrayal, and disappointment, yet he channels it into growth, into refinement of skill, into the kind of performance that inspires not just fans, but fellow players and young athletes who see in him the embodiment of dedication and perseverance. And as you hear this, remember that Kevin Durant's journey is far from over. Every game, every shot, every decision is part of a larger story about human endurance, passion, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Kevin Durant's journey through basketball is a story of extraordinary talent intertwined with immense human struggle. A story that goes far beyond the highlight reels and championship celebrations. From the earliest days on the courts of Maryland, where his towering frame and natural instincts set him apart, he displayed a drive and focus that hinted at greatness, yet the path was never smooth. College and the NBA draft brought both excitement and pressure, and the transition to professional basketball tested not just his skill, but his resilience and mental toughness. Throughout his career, Durant has faced injuries that threatened to derail seasons, setbacks that shook confidence, and relentless scrutiny from fans, media, and even peers. Every game demanded not only physical prowess, but emotional endurance, the ability to rise above criticism and expectation while carrying the hopes of teammates and millions of admirers worldwide. The toll of decades spent on the court has been immense. Knees, shoulders, and back bear the scars of countless drives, jumps, and falls. Early mornings and late nights are spent in rigorous training and recovery. The body itself becomes a battlefield where pain and perseverance collide. Beyond the physical, there is an emotional landscape few witness. The pressure of legacy, the solitude after losses, the weight of knowing every decision is dissected, every performance evaluated. His triumphs are celebrated, yet behind them lie sacrifices, moments with family foregone, personal joys delayed, friendships tested by the demands of competition and travel. Criticism has often followed him, whispers of doubt that could have broken a lesser spirit. Yet he channels adversity into growth, refining his game and leadership, turning setbacks into lessons that strengthen both his craft and character. Each season, each play, and each shot represents more than talent. It reflects resilience, determination, and a commitment to a standard of excellence few can understand. His story is one of enduring passion, relentless pursuit of mastery, and the unyielding human drive to rise, perform, and leave a mark, despite the physical and emotional toll exacted by a life devoted entirely to basketball. As the years have passed, Kevin Durant's story has grown richer, more complex, and more human, revealing a side of greatness that few truly understand. Behind the towering figure on the court is a man who has faced the quiet battles of self-doubt, the endless questioning of choices, and the constant demand to prove himself, not just to fans or critics, but to his own conscience. Every injury, every moment of exhaustion, every grueling practice carries with it a weight that lingers long after the final buzzer. There have been nights of reflection where the bright lights of arenas fade, leaving only the echo of what has been sacrificed. Time with loved ones, the simplicity of normal life, and the freedom to just exist without expectation. Durant has confronted the harsh realities of aging in a sport that prizes youth and speed, recognizing that his body no longer recovers as quickly, that each season may bring new limitations, and yet he meets these challenges with quiet determination. Beyond the physical, the emotional stakes are immense. The pressure to maintain legacy, the scrutiny of every move, and the knowledge that every performance will be remembered, celebrated, or criticized for years to come. Despite it all, Durant persists, navigating the delicate balance between ambition and well-being, between legacy and personal fulfillment. And in doing so, he offers a profound lesson in resilience, human vulnerability, and the enduring spirit required to remain at the pinnacle of sport for so long. Kevin Durant's journey reveals more than championships and accolades. It exposes the quiet struggles behind greatness. Years of relentless training, grueling games, and constant public scrutiny have tested his body and mind. Injuries linger longer, recovery slows, and every performance carries the weight of expectation. Beyond the physical, the emotional toll is immense. Proving himself to fans, critics, and his own conscience, balancing ambition with well-being, and facing the inevitability of aging in a sport that prizes youth. Yet through every challenge, Durant persists, showing resilience, vulnerability, and the profound courage required to sustain greatness over time. Kevin Durant's story is one of relentless determination and quiet sacrifice. Every season, every game, and every moment on the court has demanded more than just skill. It has required endurance, focus, and an unwavering commitment to his craft. Behind the highlights and accolades lie countless hours of recovery, mental battles with doubt, and the constant pressure of living up to expectations. The triumphs are interwoven with struggles, showing that greatness is never without cost. Durant's journey reminds us that even the strongest athletes face moments of vulnerability and reflection.